Hello, this is Parish Garden, and welcome to my 9 to 5. Today is Wellness Wednesday, and for Wellness Wednesday, I decided to do the horribly annoying dot to dot. And yeah, those are my knuckles, pretty knuckles. Um, my son found my dot to dot, and he says that the hardest part about a dot to dot is to find the number one, and he's not wrong. I don't think he's actually completed a dot to dot because then he'd know that the hardest part of a dot to dot, well, at least these expert mode ones, is when you get to the star. There's a star where it ends. Um, you have to find the next number. They tend to be somewhat nearby, but not really. The best thing to do is like if you stop at number five, like that's where the star is at. You look for 8, 9, and from 8, 9, you try to find a 7, 6. So you work backwards. And then once you find the six, you work your way to um 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a bit difficult. You see me kind of starting up on I don't know what number there, but yeah. Wednesday, I volunteered at this kid's school, so I didn't have anything to record. But after school, one of my kids had an after school thing, and instead of sitting there waiting, kind of like last time when I did that paint by numbers, I was like, oh yeah, a dot to dot. I was actually looking for my Sudoku book. I have a crossword book. No, a word search. I also have a crossword. I'm not gonna do a crossword. Like, trust me, their suggestions, like their little clues to the word, is so dumb. I hate crossword. I really do. There's some crosswords that are okay, but they're hard to find. Um, what do I got going on? This is a kiss. Oh yeah, it says a kiss lasts forever. I think that's what it's called. But I figured like I'm outside. The sun was shining nice and bright and pretty. It was a bit windy, but not too cold with a bite. It was fine. So I decided to sit outside where the sun would illuminate the paper. And I figured that'd be nice. Just something that you could see progress in a time lapse. Um, Hopefully, this is less annoying than the paint by numbers because I don't have to flip back and forth to see what's going on. I just count. Oh, and here you see me going with my left hand because I figured you did not want to see my hairy knuckles the whole time. What's going on? Yeah, just counting. Pretty basic counting. These dot to dots are expert mode. It's like a bit much. Also, I'm trying to get the phone in an angle where you see what I'm doing. It's not completely in my way. Don't have ham knuckles in the way. Maybe I could have done it upside down where I was on the other side. I don't know why I didn't do that. Like put the camera on this side so you guys can look up and down. I don't know. I don't want to stress out over it too much. It's supposed to be fun for everyone. But yeah, here I am. It's like now that I already know what it is, I kind of want to like say. But there is a moment where I look up and I see the whole picture that I have so far, and I'm like, oh, I know what it is. This is not yet the moment. I don't want to jump ahead of myself because then I have. Oh, there it is. Yes, that's the moment right there. See how I tapped the eraser? That was the moment where I took a minute and was like, oh, I know what it is. So timestamp it. 5 minutes in. Can you tell what it is in 5 minutes? If not, don't worry about it. It's fine. Just so you could play along. I don't know. No judgment here. But yeah, so I had what? About an hour and a half to just mess around with something. I do like coloring, but I don't like coloring. Have you seen that lady that like expert mode colors? No hate on her. That's what she likes to do. She's happy. What? Why would I say anything bad about that? She's happy. Um. So yeah, that. Do whatever makes you happy. Especially in these moments where it's like, I have an hour and a half to walk around in circles and work out, or, or, I have an hour and a half to color. Whatever makes you happy. I personally like to walk around when I have something pretty to look at. Now, if I have my dog with me and I have something pretty to look at, then that's a real worth it walk. But if I have nothing pretty to look at, I'm going to be like, I'm just walking my dog. Um, so yeah. What else is there? Like, I'm just thinking, like, if you were to do a puzzle in an hour and a half, it's clearly you're an expert, or it's one of those puzzles that you've done over and over again, and you just like doing it. Cool. It just seems like very cumbersome. Like, you would have to set up your station, you'd have to go through your puzzles, you'd have to do the puzzle, and then you'd have to pick up. Especially in a situation like this where I'm not at home. Um, I'm not uh, easy cleanup. You know, I don't find that enjoyable. Um, Now if I were at home and all I had was like half an hour and I already had my station set up, like if I had a desk and I could just leave everything on that desk, that's different. And some people like carrying all their stuff everywhere, and that's fine. Again, you do whatever makes you happy. Now, I haven't people sketched in a while, but this is also not like a park where I think people sketching would be a little bit more inconspicuous and acceptable. But that's neither here or there. Um, yeah, so I think this took me about 40 minutes, mainly because I was trying to do it with my left hand and also trying to find all the correct numbers. Like, you see how I think I'm finishing up here because I'm just connecting the lines now. And I think all of this up here has been done. Um, so yeah, did you figure it out? Tell me when you figured it out. Do you know where it is? I do know that this happened in New York, but the statue for it is in San Diego. I've seen the statue and I've seen the picture. And now I did the dot to dot. You see it? Okay, enough on that. There's so much more I could say about it, but it's why. All I know is that I had a bit of fun. And then I came home and I already knew what I was going to make for dinner. So here I am on my cast iron, cutting up some butter, heating up the pan, a little bit of oil, turn that on, salt, 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 salt. I sound like the seagulls from Nemo. Mine, mine, mine. Um, I only salted one side, and the edge I knew it was gonna touch the pan, and that's because I was gonna season everything. Go ahead. put seasoning on there. And then I had some thyme and some rosemary. Washed that, set it up. Yeah, the pan was on high. And I put salt and I turned it around. I added the butter and the herbs directly on there. And I turned it low. I think I turned the thing down low. I tried doing the garlic thing. Yeah, I'm not always good at stuff. I think I probably chopped it up. Maybe it wasn't big enough. I don't know. It kind of came apart, but still, I tossed that in there. I tried doing the garlic thing. It's in there. Trust me, see? It's in there. I like garlic. So I let that go for a while. I really don't know how much time. While that was going, I got the vegetables prepped. I had some asparagus and some potatoes. You saw the potatoes there. I did not put the jalapeno seasoning on the potatoes. Washed them, tossed them in the microwave. No, I did not yet toss them in the microwave. I wanted for the steaks to be more done. And then the juice from the steaks, I tossed that into the potatoes. And then I tossed them in the microwave for about 6 minutes. Okay, yeah, plenty of time. I'm pretty sure I paused the video. I'm not exactly sure when. But I got all them juices. I added some salt, and I gathered those, the yumminesses right there. See that? A little bit more butter, and I tossed that in the microwave. And then I flipped these back over, covered it up, and no, the heat's still on. It's on low. And then now that the potatoes are done, oh, did this move? Okay, here's when it moved. Oh no, I fixed it. Okay, I tossed the asparagus in the juice of the meat, and I also let those cook. I put the beef in the microwave so it could sit, and then when everybody got home, I served. It was delicious. Thanks for watching. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.